Bungie comments on why Destiny 2 isn't getting more Whisper-like secret missions. Oh my God, hold on. Secret missions and quests have always been a big part of Destiny 2, and one that the community has asked more of in the past couple of months. The Whisper and Zero-Hour missions still remain one of, if not the best secret missions Bungie has added to the game. Bungie's head of engineering, David Aldridge, and senior engineer manager, Yolan Salisbury, did an AMA on Reddit yesterday, where they answered the community's questions, some related to Destiny 2, others not so much. A user asked, how difficult is it to encrypt secrets and secret missions in Destiny 2 to avoid data mining, and if this is something they are working on? Aldridge replied that it's just expensive to encrypt each and everything that's related to a secret mission, and that the team has concluded that it makes more sense to spend those resources on more cool experiences instead. We've dug into this pretty deeply a few times. Several brilliant people here are passionate about it. The main challenge is the web of connections between pieces of content. Suppose you want to encrypt a secret mission. Okay, let's tag the world arts spaces, bubbles, and the activity itself as encrypt behind this key that will release later. Victory. Except, there are rewards from the mission that we also want to hide. Their flavor text contains spoilers and bits of audio that are managed in a separate pipeline for localization. We should tag those. Oh, and then there are quests we've authored that involve repeatedly playing that mission that also need to be encrypted. Oh crap. Now there are validation systems screaming at us because we just punched out holes in all these different content sets, which broke references from yet another content set. We need to change how these work. Like most things, it's all solvable. It's just expensive. And so far, we've concluded that it makes more sense to spend on more cool experiences instead. This all would have been much cheaper if we considered it at the system design stage and forced more modularity around things we might want to make secret in the future. But we had a lot of other priorities on our minds back then and didn't foresee the future value of secrets and surprises, Aldridge concluded. Okay, so maybe they literally didn't know how amazing those missions were to us. But dude, they were so amazing. Yeah, but that Whisper, that was like I don't even know what day Whisper came out. I felt like it was just like a random day. Does anybody know what day of the week the Whisper mission dropped? I just suddenly remember people going, yo, there's these glowy balls on Io. Go check it out. And then, but what they need to understand, and Bungie, I hope you guys understand this, I think Whisper saved Destiny. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody's like, oh, but Warmind, you know, all that stuff. Dude, the Whisper mission saved the game. For me. It was, Whisper dropped on a Friday? Yeah. Dude, it saved it for me. Recently, Bungie did a Telesto takeover event where the exotic weapon took over Destiny's official social accounts as a sentient weapon. This also led to some disappointment in the community since there was no secret puzzle or mission tied to it. This event also made some fun little tweaks to the weapon in-game, where Telesto shot somewhat like the Deathbringer rocket launcher for one day and then adapted the void projectiles of Graviton Lance. As a result of this event, Bungie released a free Telesto emblem called Schrodinger's Gun yesterday with this emblem right here, emblem code right here, guys, that you can redeem. We've had a number of different secret missions, whether like Niobe Labs is another one, which wasn't really a mission, but Niobe Labs, Quarters of Time, those two big events, like that was some of the craziest stuff Bungie ever threw at us. But just these exotic missions right here, the Whisper and Zero Hour missions, like those were phenomenal. And even though a lot of what was in D2, like the first year, a lot of people associated Warmind with saving D2 and like things like the Go Fast updates. And then, of course, we had the shift there in weapons. And then Forsaken gets a lot of the credit. But I'm telling you guys, Whisper, that's what started it off. Oh, the Whisper and the Zero Hour mission. Yeah, that's what started it off. But what they're saying is that they're not able to do anything secret anymore because of, I guess, things like Destiny Item Manager, LightGG, and a number of other API resources that we use in the game. They always know exactly what we're putting in the game. Even hiding the raid is an issue. There's a lot of people that end up data mining the raid. And so what they're saying is, it's like, I guess it costs too many resources to encrypt everything. And now Bungie, I guess, could go out of their way and contact everyone that has API access and maybe be like, yo, just don't say anything. Which I'm pretty sure they've done that in the past, but I guess you can't do that for all of them. Yeah.
I think it's an excuse because Presage was data mined and it was still one of the best missions in the game.
That's which mission?
Presage was data mined and it was still up there with 0 Hour and Whisper, so I completely think that's an excuse, and I don't think that's valid, to be honest.
That, I mean, yeah, Prestige almost felt like an entire new world that was massive.
Prestige wasn't just data mining; it was literally in the trailers.
I thought it was an unexpected experience for everybody. Like you go in there, oh, something's happening in the Arms Eater Strike.
Yeah.
Go check it out, and then, oh my god, there's a fucking mission here.
Yeah, it's truly depressing though. Like no more secret missions for at least like a while. Nothing's in the pipeline. That's depressing.
I thought Prestige was a secret mission. Why I said that, but I guess it wasn't.
Whisper mission wasn't discovered in D1 and D2. What changed on the API side of things? If we can get more secret missions, we'd love to see more in-game live events, server-side stuff. I know it's easier said than done, but please, Bungie. Also, since data miners are an issue, what about dropping random patches that include those missions day of? I don't think data mine. I think Les made a good point about the Prestige mission, guys. We knew we were getting a mission, but the execution for Prestige was so good that we loved it. And then some of us, like I kind of stick my head in the sand because I don't want to be spoiled on anything, right? This is what I think. I think that Bungie doesn't know how to monetize secret missions. You see where I'm coming from? They don't know how to properly monetize it. And I think that's the huge thing. It's like you can either get a dungeon, a raid, or a secret mission. And I'm under the opinion that you should be able to get a dungeon and a secret mission in a single season. I think that's okay. I don't want things to just be chopped up on the seasonal model thing where we can one or the other, especially given the fact how much money we're spending not only on pre-orders and other things, but also on Eververse. And Eververse was meant to pay for these things. Eververse was meant to pay for these type of missions. Guys, you know what I really think it is? I think it's Bungie, whenever they sit down at the end of the year and they're like, what is our return on investment? And they're like, okay, this season gave us this much money. This expansion gave us this much money. What an executive sees when they see secret missions is they say, wait a minute, what's our return on investment for that secret mission? Wouldn't they have, they already bought the season. It was a secret mission. So is this really a substantial return? You see where I'm coming from? So that's what I think. I think they're having issues monetizing it. They're seeing the lack of return, or they're associating the return more with the season than with the secret mission. And then they ask themselves, wouldn't we just have benefited from having the season launch, save the money without having to create the secret mission? You see what I mean?
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.